Who would create a theme park with acres of rides that families can share? Who would dream up a dreamland forest with a treehouse that takes fun for kids to a whole new level? Who would fill a day with hours of spectacular shows, centuries of handmade crafts, and a lifetime of memories? And who would wrap all this fun in a world-class getaway to the Smoky Mountains?
Yep, got my word on it.
Kids are very particular about cheese. It has to be square. But you are an adult. You expect more flavor, and that's what you get with Arby's Bacon, Beef, and Cheddar. Hot, tangy cheddar, and plenty of it poured all over Arby's incredibly tender, juicy roast beef and sizzling, thick-cut pepper bacon. Trust me, it tastes as good as it looks. The bacon, beef, and cheddar only at Arby's, now that your tastes have grown up.
Next on Nashville's Fox News at 9.
And Opry Mills opens its doors. We'll take you inside to see if the first day was a success.
Plus, country singer LeAnn Rimes is headed from the recording studio to the courtroom. It involves a lawsuit against her father.
And Titans owner Bud Adams offers an apology for a gesture that caused a heated reaction all the way to Houston.
But we begin tonight with some startling news. Imagine the shock and horror of waking up to find your parents dead.
This is the anguish one 9-year-old girl had to face. Police say her mother and father were the victims of a murder-suicide. Police say 33-year-old Pula Inta shot his wife, 25-year-old Pam Inta, then turned the gun on himself. The little girl discovered the bodies as she was getting ready for school.
She's just real upset, and of course, and we'll have to grieve this just like anybody else does. And she has lots of questions, of course, just like anybody else would, that we can't answer, nobody can answer.
There were 8 other people living in the house, but no one heard the shots. Police say there was no official record of domestic violence in the home, but relatives say they knew it was a problem.
It appears a simple room heater has cost a Murray County mother and daughter their lives. Officials say around 3 a.m. the fire broke out in this small Columbia home and quickly spread. Help arrived too late for 9-year-old Dora Davis and her daughter, 76-year-old Josephine Mays. Investigators say a heater in a back bedroom was the culprit.
That's where the fire started, right there. I guess the heater kicked on with the cooler temperatures last night, ended up overloading the cord and catching the house on fire.
There were 2 smoke alarms in the home, but it's not known whether they were working. A Fort Campbell soldier who collapsed and died during a training exercise was the victim of a heart attack. 28-year-old specialist Shannon Higgins from Russellville, Arkansas, died Tuesday morning after collapsing during a field exercise. The Army has released no other details. Higgins was a medic with the 2nd Battalion.
Our state's legislators want to control the pet population, and they're asking owners to pick up the cost. The Senate passed a bill requiring those who adopt a dog or cat from a shelter to have them neutered within 30 days. The pet owner must leave a deposit with the shelter until they bring paperwork showing the pet is neutered. A similar bill has passed the House, but some differences need to be resolved.
If the excitement about the recent big game jackpot has you hoping for a lottery here in Tennessee, your wait will continue. The state Senate killed a bill today that would have allowed a constitutional convention on the issue. That vote casts doubt on the fate of another lottery measure that's also being debated.
Country singing star LeAnn Rimes not only sings the blues, she apparently is living them too. The teenage singer is suing her father and former co-manager, saying they stole more than $7 million from her during a 5-year period. The lawsuit claims Wilbur Rimes and Lyle Walker funneled money away from the company that was set up to manage her finances. A lawyer representing LeAnn's father calls the allegations completely false.
The opening of the new Opry Mills complex is benefiting Metro schools. One of the stores inside the center is Gibson Guitar. To celebrate their grand opening, the company donated 50 guitars to Metro schools.
These 50 guitars will serve hundreds of students over the next years and will give them an opportunity to experience music firsthand.
And by the way, the Gibson at Opry Mills not only sells guitars, you can actually see them being made.
And that story is just the beginning of our Opry Mills coverage. We've got team coverage of the opening.
I'm Christine Soldner. Thousands of people headed for the Mills today. How well did the Mega Mall handle the crowds? We'll check it out up next.
I'm Miranda Cohen, and we're live at Opry Mills too, and we'll take you inside and show you the real fun in just a few minutes.
And watch out, NASCAR. Our very own Skip Earnhardt is setting the racetrack on fire. The story is coming up in sports.
Dick and Mary are trapped.
We're locked in. We could be here all night, all alone, just the two of us.
How will they survive?
My plan was for us to be doing it right now.
On the ground?
Next, they're knocked.
Not on the ground. I brought newspapers.
Watch tonight at 9:30 on Fox 17. On the next home improvement, Wilson builds a greenhouse.
I'm going to grow my own. Brad, you can't go over there anymore.
Next home improvement. Watch tonight at 10 on Fox 17.
Fox News at 9 is brought to you by Lowe's Home Improvement Warehouse.
Yesterday, to find good wood at a typical home improvement store, you had to search through stack after stack. Frankly, this was a waste of time. Today, with Lowe's exclusive Top Choice brand lumber, the search is over. Every piece is pre-inspected. Straighter, smoother, center cut, and graded prime. And Lowe's has all the other building materials you need, in stock at guaranteed low prices. Ambitious people rejoice and finish faster. Lowe's, improving home improvement.
The only thing that comes close to the thrill of driving a new Dodge is the fun of getting a great deal on one. Now do both during the Dodge Drive into Summer event, where select customers can spend just $319 a month to lease this two-wheel drive Durango with third-row seating, plus best-in-class power and room. The thrill of driving, the fun of a great deal, and your timing couldn't be better during the Dodge Drive into Summer event, going on now at your friendly Dodge dealer.
Sir, may I take your car? I need your keys so I can drive your car.
He was all wrong for you. I think I was a freak.
Music City Minute on Fox News at 9 is brought to you by Hardee's.
It's been under construction for the last 2.5 years, but now Opry Mills is a reality.
Can you believe it? Was the grand opening a dream or a nightmare? Fox's Christine Soldner joins us live now from Opry Mills with a report card on the first day. Christine?
Well, to tell you guys the truth, the mall management tells us the Mills effect drew about 70,000 people today. Of course, places like Jillian's are open until 2 a.m., so they are just beginning to draw a crowd tonight. Now, 70,000 people sounds very, very crowded, but remember, Opry Mills is spread out over 1.2 million square feet. When you take that into consideration, the retailers were ready. They were maxed out on workers. In fact, at times, staffers outnumbered shoppers.
3, 2, 1. It's hats off at Opry Mills.
You'd think with thousands of shoppers at Opry Mills, the place would look packed. It didn't. And you'd think service would be slow. It wasn't.
Would you like to have some apple cider?
How'd they treat you in the stores?
Fabulous. Tons of help. Help everywhere, more than you could ever want.
What can help you find anything?
Barnes & Noble has about 60 employees on its staff. 90% worked opening day.
We have as many booksellers on the floor as possible. We have as many managers in the store as possible. And that's something that Barnes & Noble preaches, and it's something that we teach is customer service. How you doing?
Golf America employees say customer service will be up to par every day, not just opening day. So the trick is going to be to keep this up past the grand opening, day after day after day. Can you guys do that?
Well, yeah, that would definitely, I hope it's not a trick. You know, hopefully it's because of the merchandise that we sell and also, you know, the service that we give, and it'll just happen.
Cash registers were singing and workers were dancing, entertaining themselves when store traffic was slow.
Buy some socks.
What's the employee to customer ratio in here right now?
Right now, we're about 2 employees to every 1 customer. That's the way we like it.
Think you're going to have a hard time finding someone to help you in this store?
No, not at all, not at all.
It takes more than 3,000 workers to keep Opry Mills humming. but Nashville's unemployment rate is just 2.4%. Mills management says all but a couple hundred positions are filled, and they're not worried about filling those last spots. The key is to offer competitive wages.
Part-time cashier positions are going anywhere from $7 to $8 an hour, which is significantly above what minimum wage is. And so what's happening is we're actually having very good luck finding a lot of quality employees out here.
With 100,000 people projected at the grand opening, you might expect a little congestion, especially at lunch.
As far as restaurant service, we weren't really impressed because it was kind of like when you walk into a store, there's all these people waiting on you, but when you go to a restaurant, you don't get the service you want.
Parking and traffic were not a problem. Of course, today is Thursday. The true test of crowd control will probably come this weekend. Back to you, Laura and Ashley.
It's going to be crowded, you know that. Thank you, Christine.
Okay, well, we're not done with the Opry Mills effect yet, but we are done shopping.
Yeah, up next, we go looking for fun and run into a few stars.
We travel the whole country. I've never seen anything quite like this.
More on Opry Mills after weather.
If you were hot under the collar today, wait till you see tomorrow, or actually wait till you feel tomorrow. Talking about that next.
Kids are very particular about cheese. It has to be square. But you are an adult. You expect more flavor, and that's what you get with Arby's Bacon Beef and Cheddar. Hot, tangy cheddar, and plenty of it poured all over Arby's incredibly tender, juicy roast beef and sizzling, thick-cut pepper bacon. Trust me, it tastes as good as it looks. The Bacon, Beef, and Cheddar, only at Arby's, now that your tastes have grown up.
When Paul Daigle was shopping mid-size cars, he started with the usual suspects, Camry, Accord. Then he heard about our larger Saturn, the L Series, and got in touch with me to see how it stacked up. I was happy to pass along more details. Only trouble is you can't drive them, and a big part of appreciating this car is just driving it. Of course, I suspected Paul would assume I was biased. That's why I brought an Accord and Camry along, just in case he had any doubts.
Huzzah! Celebrate the merry month of May at the 15th Annual Tennessee Renaissance Festival. Experience the fantasy of a period marketplace with artisans and crafters, live jousting, human chess matches, food and drink aplenty, music and games galore. Saturday and Sunday, 10 till 6, just east of Franklin on Highway 96.
This weekend, it's Milady's Day. Special honors for all ladies, plus the first 500 mothers on Sunday receive a complimentary flower. Preview party Friday at Ireland's.
Think all pest control companies are the same? Take a second look. Some treat your problem only one way, but Orkin goes further. Long after others have moved on, Orkin continues with more thorough coverage, building our perimeter defense system for double protection. Targeted treatments to get them out, and perimeter defense to keep them out. Guaranteed. For double protection, call Orkin today.
She gives to her friends, to her family, to everyone. Here's my chance to give her a little something back. Mother's Day, May 14th. Don't forget.
No place but service merchandise.
Like mom's love, a diamond is forever. All diamonds up to 50% off for Mother's Day. Say what's in your heart with a half-carat diamond heart pendant. Now only $99. Remember Mom, May 14th. Shop in-store by web or phone.
No place but service merchandise.
Fox News at 9 weather is brought to you by 1010-220. Listen to Tim Ross's weather reports weekday mornings on 107.5 The River.
I got out there early this morning. I'm talking about early. It was crisp and cool, cooler than it would normally be this time of year. I looked skyward and I thought, yahoo, for the blue. It was a grand day. And then that southwest breeze came back. It's still up there today, tonight, 16 miles per hour. It really got hot this afternoon with that southwest breeze. 78 degrees, the temperature right now, that's a little higher than it normally is for the high for the day. 77 is the average. We had a high of 86 degrees today, hottest day of the year thus far, not far from the record of 90, which has been in the book since 1896, about 104 years. So yes, it was a hot day. If you're complaining, you had the right to do so. I'm going to call your attention tonight to these two little clusters of clouds here. There's actually a cool front dropping down just about that area, and that cool front's going to slither very slowly our way, but as it comes, I think it's going to gobble up some moisture and give us a chance of thunderstorms by tomorrow night. Late in the day, you can see that first cluster in northwestern parts of Missouri. That's along the cool front. It'll continue slowly moving this way. High pressure southeast of us will pump in and a clockwise flow out from the center. Plenty of moisture to meet what instability is lined up along this front. And I think by late tomorrow night and through the first half of the day on Saturday, we have a chance of thunder showers in the mid-state. Overnight lows tonight, very summer-like in the low 60s. Some of those lows tonight may stay in the mid-60s with highs tomorrow reaching awfully close to 90, and we may get our first 90 tomorrow for the year. We only average one of those in the month of May on 100 years of record keeping. Tonight, look for an overnight low in Nashville of 65 degrees. It's a sticky situation, what with the southwest breeze bringing all that juice up from the Gulf of Mexico. It's kind of a sauna-like night out there. High temperature tomorrow back up to 88. We could see that 90 if that matters to you. All I can say is to the top with the temps. It's going to the top of the chart. Let's study this super 7-day forecast because your weekend is included in the mix. I'm thinking as that cool front presses in, a pretty good chance of thunder showers developing late tomorrow night on through the first half of the day Saturday. And since this one's coming down from the northwest, it's bringing somewhat cooler air. Look at that high on Saturday and Sunday. So you won't be sweltering in the sunshine too much this weekend, although Sunday will bring plenty of sunshine this direction. That's it from Mr. Tim's Weather Center.
Thank you, Tim. Great weekend shaping up. Well, Opry Mills says it's more than just a mall, it's entertainment.
And apparently it's the kind the whole family can enjoy. Fox's entertainment reporter Miranda Cohen has the lowdown on the highlights.
The biggest mega mall in the southeast is up and running. If shopping is not your bag, Opry Mills will still be right up your alley.
Something fun to do and, keeps you busy. If you don't like shopping, you can always come bowling.
And if you're not bowled over at Jillian's, you can test your driving skills at the NASCAR Speedway. The thrill of the chase without the risk.
Taking Sony's Gran Turismo to the next level.
A whole lot better experience than all the other malls.
Is this what you had in mind when you came for a day out at the mall? No, I plan on shopping.
Get ready, movie buffs. The Opry Mills IMAX Theater is the largest one in the Southeast. The projector alone is as big as a small car, and the screen is 7 stories. Now, it does have 3D capabilities, and you can say goodbye to those little paper glasses. This 12,000-watt digital sound system will get you right into the action. Now, it's not uncommon to see kids rocking in the mall, but at Sun and Ski Sports, you can rock to a whole new beat.
Did you ever expect to get to do something like this at a mall?
Nah, I didn't think it was going to never be at a mall, maybe like at a college or something, but not at a mall.
So many things to stuff into one day, you can hardly bear the thought of leaving. Plenty to lure you in and capture your attention, and even catch some stars.
There's one store here that has something to do with fishing that I might, be in rather often, but
Yeah, I think I'll be in a lot of them pretty often, too. A lot going on out here. There is an entertainment stage out here as well, so you will still see a lot of the big country stars. This Thursday, the Wilkinsons will be out here reading books to kids, so there is a lot going on.
Lots of stars at the mall. Thank you very much, Miranda.
I'll have to check it out eventually.
Skip's been golfing again.
Actually, I was playing today, and I shot a 3 under par 69 in the first round.
You played again today?
Yeah. Wore the wig, the whole deal, and they finally caught me at 9.
Scary, isn't it?
That really is scary. All right. Enough of this nonsense. Up next in the show, tee times at the Legends today. And a lot of red numbers were posted in round 1 despite the win. Scores and highlights coming up. Who was this at the Speedway this afternoon? We'll tell you in just one moment. And
who's that?
Who is that? We'll explain that also right after your Major League scores.
Hello, Middle Tennessee, Southern Kentucky, and Northern Alabama. Capital Chevrolet has prices like it's $19.99. Through Monday, pay just $99 down for any new Chevy. Drive a 2000 S10 for only $99 a month. And buy used cars for $19.99, $29.99, $39.99, and up. Even with bad credit, you may qualify for up to $25,000 instantly. $99 down, $99 a month, or $19.99 period this weekend only at Nashville's Capital Chevrolet.
Be wise, capitalize, capitalize.
Chevrolet.
I don't get the way cellular phone companies charge you.
A simple rate plan. We're on that. PowerTel is a lot like this place. You decide what you want, then pay one low price. Free long distance, no roaming charges, anytime minutes.
What's that?
Smells like free voicemail.
Ask about our simple rate plans. PowerTel, we're on that.
You gonna finish that 24-hour customer service?
Punch, 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 knee, 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 jack, kick, punch, 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 go, knee, knee.
Subway has 7 fresh value meals with just 8 grams of fat or less, while a Big Mac extra value meal has 58.
Or try a delicious Subway salad. For a limited time, you'll get your favorite regular salad for only $2.99. Subway salad. Eat fresh.
Subway, the way a sandwich should be.
Chew, chew, chew.
One of the greatest joys of growing up is discovering that dreams can come true. The John Deere LT-133, only $19.99, and built John Deere solid, with more than 160 years of relentless craftsmanship and innovative engineering. It's the John Deere you've always dreamed of, at a price that's as practical as the man who buys one. Nothing runs like a Deere.
Now, sports with a Fox attitude on Nashville's Fox News at 9.
Welcome back, everyone. You know, I really did get a sunburn out there today. Wind or no wind, a 7-under par 65 is a great score on any golf course. Today, Pat Hurst, who just recently had a child, put it in the books in the first round of the Electrolux Championships. Let's go out to the legends. Wind was a factor, but not on this shot by Liselette Neumann. Out of the sand on 17. How nice is this? Nice. Made par, but finished at 4 over. Dottie Pepper for birdie at 17. Got it right in the heart. 3 under par 69. Julie Inkster for birdie at 17. Got it. Very nice indeed. She's at 2 under. Largest crowd following Nancy Lopez, a 3 over par 75. This is Kat Matthew, a birdie attempt on 18 to put her at 4 under par. Did she read it? Did she read it? Oh, she just barely missed it. 3 under par 69. Kari Webb, the leading money winner on tour, birdie attempt on 17. Wasn't her day. 1 over par 73, and she didn't want to talk to reporters afterwards. Here is your leader, Pat Hurst. Birdie attempt on 18 to shoot a 64. She just missed. 7 under par 65, and she just loves putting those greens.
The greens here are just, you know, I think they're really nice, and I mean, they putt, you know, they're really fast, and you know, I really enjoy this golf course.
It certainly helps to make a few putts, and I think that's why I was able to get it round in 69 today.
Very nice indeed. So here is your first round leaderboard. Hurst on top, followed by Cindy Fig Courier at 5 under, Crystal Parker at 5 under, Dottie Pepper at 3, Meg Mallon at 3, Varee Mackay at 3 under par, Julie Inkster at 2 under, Kari Webb 1 over. Hey, Courtney Brown, the amateur, the senior out of Brentwood High, 2 over par. She's in the hunt. Nancy Lopez at 3 over. Round 2 coming up at the Legends tomorrow. You know, after shooting a birdie yesterday, Titans owner Bud Adams issued an apology to former Houston Mayor Bob Lanier today. Adams made an obscene gesture with his middle finger and directed it to Mr. Lanier, who accepted the apology today. The two often feuded when the Oilers were threatening to leave town. You remember, huh? Hey, NBA playoffs tonight. Game 3, Jazz and Blazers. Stockton put Utah up early, but not for long. Rasheed Wallace with a little one-on-one with Carl the mailman. Fadeaway is good. Blazers up by 5. This at Utah. Now remember, they lead the series 2-0. Utah desperately needing a win at home. Portland, though, stays on top. Steve Smith's got 18 points at this point in the game. They're now in the 4th quarter. Look at this. The Blazers lead 84-72. If they hang on, they will lead the series 3-0. You know, there is no Winston Cup racing this coming weekend, so an old familiar face will be running with the late models at the Nashville Speedway. Sterling Marlin, that's right. He'll be on the track Saturday night running against his son Stedman, and he'll be in the red 711 car, the number made famous by his father, Cuckoo Marlin, who was a 4-time Speedway champion. Sterling captured it 3 times.
It's a chance for me to run against my son Stedman, and
to come back here to Nashville. It's where I grew up racing and really enjoy racing here. It's a neat track.
And you've got the 711 car. That's kind of a tribute to Dad, I understand.
It is. That's my dad's number. He won a lot of races here with it, and I always thought it was a real neat number. And when he went to Winston Cup, I thought he could run. I was probably 8 years old, and I thought, man, he could put 711 on it if they won't let you run with 2 numbers.
That's right, only 2. Hey, also performing Saturday night, Speedo the Clown with his clown car. Had a chance to drive it. Look out, sometimes a little heat problem on the front end, and when you finally get that out, hey, you got a little back end trouble as well. That's some car, huh?
It's a 1931 Model A. It drives by itself, backs up, blows up, shoots fire, squirts water, and just gives me a terrible time all night long.
So we'll have a chance to see Speedo, the car, Sterling
Sounds like
Marlin
my
at the
89 Dodge.
I was gonna say, it sounds like my stomach after eating Taco Bell is what it sounds like.
Saturday night at the Speedway. Okay. That's where they'll be. Nashville Sounds lead Colorado Springs 8-5. They're in the 7th inning of play.
They need a win,
Alrighty.
too.
Yes.
Hope they can hang on. Thanks, Skip.
Okay.
Well, you got plans this weekend? Lots going on. Miranda Cohen has the scoop next.
Hi, I'm Martina McBride, and I'm coming up on the Music City Minute.
Monday, she's a wife and mother working in the male-dominated sports world.
Ever get embarrassed in a locker room?
Find out. Watch Monday on Nashville's Fox News at 9.
Beneath your home lies another home, the home of millions of hungry subterranean termites. With hundreds of tunnels stretching thousands of yards, there's nothing termites won't do to ultimately eat you out of house and home. That was until Sentricon, the first ever termite colony elimination system that monitors and baits to get termites where they live. Look in the yellow pages under pest control for a Sentricon system authorized operator and get their home before they get yours.
The best seats aren't necessarily in the house. The spacious, comfortable Accord from Honda. The Accord for the year 2000. Now get special APR financing as low as 3.9% for 36 months on new 4-cylinder Accords.
Hey, what's a sirloin stack?
Well, it's skim da bam da boom diddly bom boom.
Skim da bam da boom diddly bom boom.
Skim da bam da boom diddly bom boom. Yeah, and it's got hooty hooty ha.
Hooty hooty ha.
Hooty hooty ha. Chili's original sirloin stack. It's a mouthful. Skilly my baba newman, I'm a him and I'm a ho. Sirloin stack. Sirloin stack.
Choose Baptist.
Just another day in the neighborhood. Or so it seems. But this home is under a surprise attack. Termites. To help protect your home and eliminate termites, call 1-800-TERMINEX for our termite baiting program with Sentricon, backed by the best guarantee in the business. So if those destructive little termites invade your house, it's lights out. 1-800-TERMINEX. No bugs, no hassles.
Hope you don't forget, Mother's Day is this weekend. Some stars will take it easy, and others, like NSYNC, will be performing here in town. Fox's Miranda Cohen explains in this week's Music City Minute.
In a culture of darkness, living together alone. All I can say is love's the only house.
Country sensation Martina McBride is hot on the heels of another #1 single, Love's the Only House. But for the reigning CMA Vocalist of the Year, her role as mom takes center stage while keeping her career in the fast lane.
We went to LA, and the kids came with me, of course, and they were at the hotel, and I called over and I said, Delaney, we're making a video for Love's the Only House today. Do you want to be in it? Do you want to be the little girl? And she said, no thanks, Mom. I'm busy, but maybe some other time. Totally blew me off, so.
And just how are some of country music's brightest stars planning to honor dear old mom this weekend?
We always have to postpone holidays, most likely, and we'll probably take her out on the town some night on the tour. And last year we took her to New York for a shopping spree, so we'll do something like that.
Well, I'm actually going to be playing in Jacksonville, Florida, where my mother lives. So it's going to be my mother there, and maybe my grandmother will be there, and then Faith and my daughter. So, and then my sisters live there. One of my sisters lived there, and one of my sisters lives here, but she'll probably be down there. So it'll be kind of a big family reunion for us. So it'll be a lot of fun.
This will be a great Mother's Day, and it's just getting big enough to get in on any kind of celebration. So we'll have a fun day.
One of the hottest boy bands in America will be spending Mother's Day in Nashville. You've seen them perform on TV shows like Donnie and Marie and The View. Now you can see them in person on Sunday. NSYNC plays at the Adelphia Coliseum. Tickets are still available through Ticketmaster.
And my daughter will be there. She can hardly wait. Now, don't forget, Dancing in the District starts tonight. The summer-long music series will feature a variety of bands each Thursday night. The event is free. You can just head on down to Riverfront Park. Tonight, the band Gusta is playing, and that's really the sign of summer. You know, that Dancing in the District is here.
Yeah. It's here.
I think one of those signs, anyway. It's also very hot outside.
I can promise you, not a half bad weekend. You'll have to decide which half is best.
Okay.
Saturday might bring us a little rain, but Sunday definitely won't. Both will be in the 70s, so you choose which works best for you.
We wanted Ashley to go to NSYNC, but that ain't going to happen.
Me and screaming teenage girls?
Yeah!
Absolutely.
Can you see that?
I would love to see that. Color pictures.
Well, they're supposed to put on a good show,
They
though,
are.
so
They're supposed to be great, so Kathy will have a good time, and Elizabeth.
We're out of time. Good night, everyone.
Have a good weekend.